Hiya friends, Prepared Suburbanite here. Given all the news of the past few weeks, or actually few months or so, it's really dawned on me that because we're nearing the Christmas season, that this is truly the season of hope. And the reason that I say hope is that hope begets courage. So stick around, I'll share my thoughts with you in this week's video. So this is truly the season of hope. And I'm thinking about the victims of the terrible tornadoes and terrible weather in Kentucky and various places around there where they were just absolutely devastated. But they will rebuild. And they will rebuild because they have hope. They have hope for the future. And hope begets courage. And somehow they will figure out a way to bounce back to be as good, if not better, than they were before. So, as you know, I'm the prepared suburbanite, so I'm a prepper. And I think preppers have gotten a really bad rap from TV shows like the Doomsday Preppers and stuff like that. And they paint us out to be a bunch of crazy lunatics, conspiracy theorists, right-wing nuts, folks that just totally live in fear all the time. Well, that's absolutely incorrect. And, well, the fact that the History Channel painted out the preppers to be doomsday preppers, that's absolutely correct. But all the rest of it is just a bunch of nonsense. If you prepare, and you are prepared, you have hope. You have hope for the future. You're gonna set your resources so that you've got a plan for the future, which means you have hope for the future. And there's a lot of truths out there that I think preppers are tuned in on. I mean, really fine-tuned in on. And they're aware of the supply chain issues, the inflation issues, the foreign threats issues, the internal domestic threat issues, the politics, the crime, the border situation. I think every prepper that's worth his salt understands and knows what's going on. But you know what? We've still got hope. And we've got hope that things are going to get better. And if the untoward does happen, if the sky falls, if the economy goes belly up, if we get invaded by foreign sources, folks that are prepared have hope for the future. And that's really the message of this particular season. There's a meme going around on the internet, and I've seen it a number of different times, that you only live once. So, apparently they're just trying to tell you to, live it up while you can. But, I'm going to take a contra view on that and say, you only die once. And every day you live, and you live for every day. And that means you have hope. And hope is the message for this particular season. So if you're prepared, you've met the challenge, you've responded in kind, and you are prepared, your family's prepared, you've got foodstuffs and food storage in your pantry that's going to last you for however long you think you need it, and it may be longer than you think you need it, so never stop prepping. So from bottom line and from my heart, preppers are probably the most hopeful people because they hope for the future, and that's what we prepare for, is a positive future. a future where things can be better, that where things can be the way it needs to be. We're a couple of short weeks away from 2022. There's midterm elections out there. We've got a job, we've got a responsibility to make our votes count. So make your votes count come this primary season and this election in November. If you plant a garden like we do, then you've got hope. The prepper community has been accused of being fearful most of the time. And, like we live in fear. I've done a video or two on the impact of fear on the prepper community. But today's message is really all about hope and hope for the future. Things will get better. In fact, I'm hoping that they don't get much worse. So, with that said, just going to recap some of the things that we've been active doing around here to continue our preparation plan. We've canned nearly 24 pints of ground beef in the last 10 days or so. Some of them will be gifted at Christmas, but the majority of them will be part of our long-term food storage plan. And that's pretty much the message here, is that we're hopeful. And I'm hoping I don't ever have to really use it, but I'm hopeful because I've got the plan for me put together, it's coming together, and we're making strides for the future to make sure that we're going to be safe and secure no matter what happens. And there's so many threats and wars and rumors of wars out there that I just don't know any other way to counteract it than to be as self-sufficient and as prepared as you can be. In addition to the preparations that we've done with the canned ground beef, we've been busy taking inventory of our pantry, making sure that we are filling in gaps as we use those supplies and those foodstuffs that are part of our prepping plan. So we're buying up additional canned goods, we're buying up additional baking needs, cooking needs, filling in the gaps with this and that. I picked up a 40-pounder propane tank that I'm gonna it's really gonna come in handy as the backup reserve. It not only powers our new Camp Chef stove, but it's gonna be there for our barbecue, for heat. Should we lose power, should we have the grid go down, it's going to be nice to have that 40-pounder available to us as backup. So with all this said, this is truly the season of hope. And I'm not going to get into a whole lot of religious stuff here, but I think this time of year, everybody's looking for hope. And if you can find hope in yourself, if you can find hope with your loved ones, with your family, with your friends, you're going to be a survivor. This is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you to be prepared always. And I'll see you all on the next video.